good information.
Oh, and Sonny, the conversation we have had, Stephen Chino confirmed that after the hack went back live on the website was incorrect. So I actually have a screenshot of the correct one. It was supposed to have gone back up on the website this morning. I don't know if it's because I haven't updated cookies or anything, but when I looked, okay, it is showing we are live on YouTube. So whenever Wayne gets here.
I'm here.
Looks like he's here.
Oh, okay. Ah, there he is. So.
And Joe.
Hey, we got Joe, so we've got quorum. I guess the only one we're missing is Darren. So it's 1:29. So here in a minute, whenever Wayne's ready, we can go ahead and call it to order.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
I'd really appreciate if you'd be a little more punctual next time.
I said, walking down the hall and had 2 questions asked. I said, I've got 20 seconds to be in a meeting.
Well, I tried to be more like Brent. I didn't want to be here early today.
I know, I couldn't believe when I signed on, he was already on.
I will give Brent credit. He was the first one in the room.
There you go. I like to hear that about you, buddy.
Joe, I'm just trying to help you. I've heard they'll talk about you if you show up on time. So
You keep me posted. Let me know what we're saying.
Okay, Wayne, it's 1:30 if you want to go.
Yeah, all right. I'd like to call the meeting of the Planning Commission to order of McCracken County. Let's all stand and say our flag. I see the flag's up. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God,
indivisible,
liberty and
with
justice
liberty
for all.
and justice for all. That really is. That really is easier to do in person than it is on this video.
There's no comparison there on that. Before we go any further, I think I speak for the whole commission here. I think we need to think about the passing of David Flowers, and he added immensely to us, I think, the last several years with comprehensive plan, our meetings and everything else. And but anyway, I'd like for it to be entered in the record that we acknowledge his contributions. I think I speak for everybody on that part. He was a vital member of the county workforce.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so moving on to old business. Nobody has any changes or corrections to the minutes. They will stand as emailed to us. All right, how about an update on conditional and preliminary approvals?
Still waiting on the financing paperwork for Tiana Estates that was approved back in February of 2019. I actually got an update on that. It's been a little while ago. They're actually considering redoing that. Instead of doing the single family homes, they are looking at the possibility of doing like duplexes or townhomes now. So they don't know if they're going to go that route for sure or not. So I suspect we will end up seeing that come back through at some point. But either way, it's at the very least, we're still waiting the paperwork for the roads.
All right. So I guess, do we have a motion about new business?
All right. I move that this commission receive and file the applications for the proposed subdivisions of property filed by the Prairie Rental Incorporated, Michael C. and Deborah Abel, Ronald and Edna Ferris, Bluegrass Estate Subdivision, Kenneth and Janice Peck, Billy Harper, and Gerald J. Legacy.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
and Chair Elliott.
Aye. All right, presentation of plant by Greg, I guess.
Okay.
Or do you have somebody else here with us?
Well, we've got Rick and Jack on here so that they can do the zone change. But I mean, when we get down to Rick's plats, if he wants to present them, or I may just run through, and if I mess anything up, he can chime in.
Oh,
So
I see Rick now. I just saw Jack. Well, I didn't see Rick.
yeah, they're sitting there side by side. So
We're tag teaming.
Yeah.
okay, so first up, we got the Dewberry Rentals. This is out on Metropolis Lake Road. He's got a couple of tracts of land. As you can see in the center, there's 3 apartments. Just north of the 3 apartments is a garage. There's a current tract of land behind that, and it's labeled tract 1A and tract 1B. He's splitting that up and attaching those to the 2 different lots where the apartments are and where the garage is. Those apartments have been out there for a very long time, but he's trying to sell, and he's can't sell everything all together. And with this, he's got enough room to be able to sell the apartments as one, and then that garage and the land as another. But everything is in order and acceptable, and we recommend this plat be approved.
All right. If no questions or comments, we'll move on to Abel then.
Okay. This is a pretty easy one here. You've got a large lot that they're cutting into 2 tracts. They're creating the property line dividing tract 1A and 1B.
All right. If no questions or comments, we'll move on to Ferris.
Okay. On Ferris, they are cutting an acre out of their farm for, I believe, their daughter to build a house. So it's a perfectly square 1 acre lot out there on Terrace Lane.
All right. If no issues, we'll move on to Bluegrass Estates.
Okay. Well, that was better like that. Okay, this is out on Leslie Drive. This was, Rick, well, in this KRS 100 violation that,
Yes, it is. Track to the east, you see there, the Robinson property, that was originally a part of this tract that we surveyed. And that was sold off a number of years ago, and there was a plat filed on it, went through planning and zoning and was filed in J 402. And the remaining lot that we surveyed at this time was not platted or not a part of that plat. So we're just cleaning up a violation here.
everything's acceptable, we recommend it be approved.
All right, we'll move on to Peck.
Okay, Rick, I'm gonna go ahead and let you handle PECs here. Staff report says it's been reviewed, everything's in order and acceptable, and we recommend it be approved.
This is a 12-acre tract, almost 13 acres, that does not have road frontage. We're accessing it by a 60-foot wide ingress, egress, and utility easement running along a common property line between Mitchell and Peck, other properties that they own. Scott Mitchell is buying this property, and this adjoins two other tracts that he has. And really, it is agricultural use. It didn't have to go before the commission, but we just felt like it just helps clean things up to get it platted and approved.
All right. I guess moving on to Harper.
Okay. On this one, Billy Harper is dividing up one larger tract of land into two tracts, an 11-acre tract for his son to build a house on. And then he's keeping about just shy of 4.8 acres for himself. He owns all the lots kind of south of this one here in question. But the original submission had a 1 to 8 violation. That's been corrected on this. So everything's in order and acceptable. We recommend it be approved.
All right, Legist.
Okay. On this here, this is out on New Hope Road, and they are moving their south property line. If you look kind of in the middle of the section that they're adding, it's labeled well. So I'm working off the assumption that they are moving their south property line to get the well that serves their property onto their actual land. But all we're doing is abolishing the current south property line and establishing a new one. This has been reviewed. Everything's order acceptable. We recommend it be approved.
I guess, do we have a motion about these matters?
I move that the requested approval be given.
We have a second.
Second.
I'm calling for a vote.
Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
and Chair Elliott.
Aye. Well, I guess we're moving on to no development plans. We're moving on to a public hearing, I guess. Correct, Greg?
Yes.
I move to open the public hearing to the proposed zone change of the Marine Solutions property regarding the application for a zone change from rural residential to commercial for the property address of 250 Loversville Florence Station Road, TVA map 091000034.47 that was advertised for July 22nd, 2020.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Okay. Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
Chair Elliott.
Aye. Now, let's see. I guess, let's see, Sightworth, would you wish to speak?
We actually got Jack. Yeah, I had to update the motion packet.
I have the wrong one. I have the wrong copy then.
Yeah, you had an early copy. It's supposed to say dumber. I used a template, and Sightworks was the last one off that template.
Sorry about that, Jack.
It's all right. They don't do everything in town. We do a few things. This is a piece of property at 250 Loversville Florence Station Road West in McCracken County. As far as we can tell, it's been used as commercial type development and businesses since about 1996. And it's currently zoned rural residential. We're asking to go to commercial. Marine Solutions is wanting to purchase the property, and they're a marine engineering firm that designs underwater different facilities for all kinds of different operations. They'll have probably 3 employees at this site. It's a good site for them. It's got storage in the back. They have a couple of boats they keep on site, and got lost. Oh, okay. Like I say, I think that it was being used as commercial property when it came into zoning in 2001, and it's been used that way for forever since. The last business that was in it was a retail tack shop, a retail business. Anyway, I feel that it's justified to change this zone to commercial. They don't plan on doing any improvements to no additions or anything like that. The west property line is a creek that's heavily wooded, gives a good buffer to the adjoining property. The adjoining property is part of a fire protection district.
Yeah, I have up on your screen right now the site plan for it. This is what is existing out there currently.
That's right. There's no proposed improvements. It's perfect for them the way it is.
All right, are you through, Jack? Then we'll let Mr. Cannon give a staff report if you're through.
Yeah.
Okay. The required notice was mailed to adjoining property owners on July 7th, 2020, providing the date, time, and contact information to be able to take part in this virtual public hearing. On the same day, an ad ran in the Paducah Sun providing the same information. Also on the 7th, a sign was posted on the property providing the current requested zoning designation, along with contact information to be able to take part in this virtual public hearing. Copies of the letters, newspaper ad, and a picture of the posted sign are available for your review if you wish, and they will be included in the records of this meeting. The property is currently zoned rural residential. This is Exhibit 1. And you can see Herb Equipment, which is the commercial property right there on the corner of 45, then WB4 Drive, and then you can see the property we're talking about, 250 Lovelessville, Florence Station. If you can see my mouse, it's located over the property right now. So it is currently zoned rural residential. The future land use map, once we finally got the updated corrected copy that we approved last year or back in 2018, you can see the property starred on here, and it does show that as commercial on the future land use map. So it does meet one of the 3 criteria to make a zone change, that it's consistent with the comprehensive plan, which it is. Then the other 2, of course, is changes social, physical, or economic nature, or that the planning commission got it wrong when they initially did the zoning and why the new is more appropriate. A professional offices for engineering services is a permitted use in a commercial zone. Therefore, it's the staff's recommendation that the zone change be approved. I will also add that on the letters that got sent out, the ad in the paper, all of it said for if anybody wanted to take part in this public hearing, that the meeting was on the 22nd and that they needed to contact me prior to the 22nd if they wanted to take part. I did not have a phone call or email from anyone, and my phone number and email address were listed in the ads and on the letters that went out.
All right. Is there anyone who'd like to speak in favor of the zone change? Hearing and seeing none, is there anyone who'd like to speak against the zone change? Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I move. I think we both moved at the same time.
I'll second it.
Call,
Okay, so Brent made the motion and Joe second.
call roll, please.
Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
Chair Elliott.
All right, do we have a motion pertaining to this issue?
I move to approve the map amendment to change the zone classification of the property of the Marine Solutions address of 250 Lovelessville Florence Station Road and PVA map 91-00-00-034.47 from rural residential to commercial.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Call roll, please, Mr. Cannon.
Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
Chair Elliott.
Aye. All right, I guess, do we have any public comments? Hearing none. Do we have a motion pertaining to our bills?
I have the motion for the bills. I move that we pay the bills as distributed. McMurray and Livingston, $4,795.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Call roll, Mr. Cannon.
Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
and Chair Elliott.
Aye.
Thank you.
That's one of the quietest you've ever been at a meeting, Sonny.
Well, I thought we were going to have a lot to talk about in the public hearing, but as it turned out, there was a conflict in the maps online, but that's being fixed. So we're good. Plus, I think, there was justification after reading what Jack wrote about the history of the property. I think it was pretty clear that the zoning was inappropriate when it was established in 2001. And the findings of fact and decision that I'm going to prepare will include both premises, both the fact that it was inappropriate, and secondly, that it was that it was consistent with the comprehensive plan.
Well, actually, Sonny, on this one, I think you hit all three because Herb Equipment has moved in out there since then. The Stanley Steamer place has gone in. The lawn care has gone in across 45. We did approved that massive expansion for Community Christian Academy.
Yeah, we just didn't have any evidence of that. We did have the evidence, the use of the property, in 2001 when it was zoned, it was commercial.
Yeah.
It was commercial, even though it doesn't meet the definition really of a non-conforming use so that you could approve it, as a non-conforming use. It has been used as commercial throughout. And I just think that for whatever reason, when it was zoned, it was just maybe overlooked or something. But anyway, it clearly should have been commercial.
Well, I guess if there's no other business to matter, do we have a motion to adjourn?
We sure do.
Do we have a second to go with that eager motion?
Second.
Call roll, please, sir.
Commissioner Hausman,
Aye.
Commissioner Metzger,
Aye.
Commissioner Young,
Aye.
Chair Elliott.
Well, thank everybody for your attendance today.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and end this meeting. So I'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay.
Okay.